do my T4 story. Because I have the first area and then the last room. And then he really wanted to rework the script of the T1, and it turned out really good. It got it down, up and down. Those guys are great. I'm sorry. Oh. Lucia. Okay. Give him a big hug for me. Don't sing. I'm just going to ask you, what's your opening song? Ask her to play some of, just to get the people that are in there. Can you just play? That'll get people in here. Shabbat Shalom. I welcome you to this evening's Shabbat service. Rabbi Ben is in the last legs of his vacation this past week. And so Tina and I are here to help lead services. I want to thank Tina and Elvira and Scott Stevens, who's here representing the board, for being here. As you know, those of us who are in the sanctuary know, but we received an email saying that the mask mandate is happening at Temple, so if you're coming here in the future, please wear your masks until our numbers go down. We are beginning this service on page 7. Where has this week vanished? Is it lost forever? Will I ever recover anything from it? The joy of life, the unexpected victory, the realized hope, the task accomplished. Will I ever be able to banish the memory of pain, the sting of defeat, the heaviness of boredom? On this day, let me keep for a while what must drift away. On this day, let me be free of the burdens that must return. On this day, Shabbat, abide. Help me withdraw for a while from the flight of time, contain the retreat of the hours and days from the grasp of frantic life. Let me learn to pause, if only for this day. Let me find peace on this day. Let me enter into a quiet world this day. On this day, Shabbat, abide. We will now sing our opening song, which is going to be Bim Bam.
Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam.
We now turn to page 3. Rise for the kindling of the lights of Shabbat. Bottom of the page. Help me perfect my ways of loving and caring. Inspire me to make myself whole, so that I may honor your name and create a world of justice and peace. standing for the Baruch Hu on page 146.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Barehu et Adonai,
Page 148. In each age, we receive and transmit Torah. At each moment, we are addressed by the world. In each age, we are challenged by our ancient teaching. At each moment, we stand face to face with truth. Please read with me. In each age, we add our wisdom to that which has gone before. At each moment, the knowing heart is filled with wonder. In each age, the children of Torah become its builders and seek to set the world firm on a foundation of truth. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברתם בהם בשבתך וביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפון בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, קידושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיהם.
אשר הוצאתי אתכם
מארץ מצרים, להיות להם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Please read responsively with me on page 151. We worship the power that unites the universe, a promise of harmony for all. Before our eyes, there is a vision of perfection, order, and goodness. When will redemption come? Long ago, we escaped the tyranny of Egypt. Our people saw the power of the Most High. We now go to page 153 for the Hashkivenu.
Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu lechayim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. 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 Amen.
Page 154. Those who keep the Sabbath by calling it a delight will rejoice in your realm. The people that hallow Shabbat will delight in your goodness. For being pleased with the seventh day, you allowed it as the most precious of days, drawing our attention to the work of creation. Please rise for tefillah on page 155.
Adonai sefatai tiftav ufi agite latecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Adonai sefatai tiftav ufi agite latecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei HaKol, Ve'zocher Hasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Gula Livnei Vneihem, Leman Shemo Be'avad, Melech Oseh u'Mashiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Bezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol atah Rav Lehoshia, Morid atah, Mechakel Chayim v'Chesed, Mechayeh HaKol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim re'ofei cholim, Ulmatir asurim, umekaye me munato, lishene afar. Michamocha val givurot, umido melach, melech memid, umekaye, umasmiach Yeshua, b'nei manata lahayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechaye hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, ukodoshim beho yom lechalu chasela. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
You may be seated. Page 160. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may we all live in such a way that this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat.
When I choose my eyes and open up my heart, I speak softly, silently to you. I pray from deep within my soul. You find me where I am. It's not hard to face myself with you. When I'm in your house, surrounded by your love, carried by your spirit, I am home. And when I'm on my way through the hours of every day, to you, my God, I pray, and I'm not alone. He who let out soul, legion, libi lefanecha, Adonai zori v'go'al
now take some time in silent meditation. We are now in the part of our service where we pray for the health, physical health, the spiritual health of those of our loved ones. If there is a name that you would like to be heard, please say it out loud. And those of you all on Facebook Live, if you have someone who needs to be on the Misha Berach list, please put their name in the chat. And to those names, we add Donald Weinberg, Jesse Bilal Ledebauer, Jim DeRoss, Ilsa Smith, Lori Gerard, Sherry Weinstein, Dolores Spector, Adela Seaman, Mila Holst, Marvin Rubin, and Pearl Bott Esther. Misha Berach is on 253.
Mishe Berach Avotenu Mekor Avraham Imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishe Berach Imotenu Mekor Avraham Leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. So, thinking about Torah for a moment, if there was ever a Torah portion which reflects modern awareness of our bond to the environment and our need to appreciate our responsibility to the planet, Ekev, this week's Torah portion is that one. As Cantor Evan Kent puts it in his title to a Devar, expressing gratitude for our magnificent planet that sustains all life. In Ekev we read, "For your God is bringing you into a good land, a land with streams and springs and fountains issuing from plain and hill, a land of wheat and barley, of vines, figs, pomegranates, a land of olive trees and honey, a land where you may eat food without stint, where you will lack nothing, a land whose rocks are iron and from whose hills you can mine copper. When you've eaten your fill, give thanks to your God for the good land given you. Take care lest you forget your God and fail to keep God's commandments, rules, and laws, which I enjoin upon you today." The people are told they will soon enter a land filled with the historic 7 spices, as well as a land rich in mineral deposits, iron and copper, and copious amounts of water, clean water. Collectively known as Shivat Haminim, the 7 spices are sacred fruits and grains grown in the land of Israel. They are wheat, barley, grapes, figs, pomegranates, olives, and dates. While Jews are widely known as the people of the book, the ancient Israelites were a people of the land, mostly farmers and shepherds. Rather than contemplate God's sacred Torah, they contemplated God's sacred creation instead of chanting from a prayer book as a means of spiritual uplift. They sacrificed offerings from their flocks and fields. Indeed, to the ancient Israelites, the 7 species were not only evidence of the land's great bounty, but evidence of God's love towards them. The Israelites are blessed with multiple environmental gifts, and it might be expected that subsequent and adjacent verses would caution us to respect the land and the bounty of the fields and trees. But the Torah does not offer this warning. Instead, we are told that the bounty of the land is predicated on the collective remembering of God's continued beneficence to the Israelite nation. In order for the Israelite nation to receive the fruit of the earth, the fledgling Israelite nation is told, "Do not forget the eternal your God, who freed you from the land of Egypt, the house of bondage, who brought forth water, who fed you manna. Remember that it is the eternal your God who gives you the power to get wealth in fulfillment of the covenant." Cantor Kent reminds us that today, in this time of heightened awareness of the risks of climate change, environmental despoliation, and food insecurity, perhaps we need to add another remembrance, one that predates the Exodus, one that goes back to the Garden of Eden. In Genesis, Adam and Eve are told it is their responsibility to work and keep the garden. In Ecclesiastes Rabbah, we're told, "Observe how beautiful is the work of my creation. Take care not to destroy it, for no one will repair it after you." And the psalmist tells us, "The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and those who live in it." As Jews throughout the world, we need to remember that the food we eat and the natural resources we enjoy are gifts. Maybe it's time that we add these remembrances to our daily ritual to offer thanksgiving for who we are as a people, but also gratitude for the privilege of being a steward of this magnificent planet that sustains all life. Ki hiu l'ratzon, may it be so. Shabbat Shalom.
What a great segue into the Kiddush, where we're thanking God for the grapes that we make into wine. We are on page 5. Please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri agafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mizvotav v'rasav Beshavat kocho, be'ahavat uvratzon hin hilanu, zikaron lamase bereshit, kihu yom tehila, lemikraye kodesh, zer litziat Mitzrayim, Ivanu v'charta v'dashta b'kohanim b'shamot shahor be'ahavat u'ratzon hinaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Amen.
Please stay standing. So we turn to page 282 for the Aleinu.
Aleinu leshabeach ladon ha'u, latet gedula yotzeh breshit, shelo asanu kiryei haratzot, velo samanu kamishpachot adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, ve'kor aleinu kechol amonam, anachnu korim ustavim umodim lifnei melech malchei halachim hakadosh baruch. Bayom ha'u, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad.
Please be seated. We are on page 290. It is a fearful thing to love what death can touch. A fearful thing to love, hope, dream, to be, and oh, to lose. A thing for fools this, and a holy thing to love. For your life has lived in me, your laugh once lifted me, your word was gift to me. To remember this brings a painful joy. 'Tis a human thing, love, a holy thing, to love what death has touched. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who have died at this season in years past, and those to whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. If you have a name of someone you are thinking about online on Facebook, please put their name in the chat. For the Shloshim, the last 30 days, we remember Christine Garcia Mata, Ethel Holliner, Mauricio Plessant, Johnny Guillen, Paul Lazovic, Linda Mason, Lyndon Mansfield, Kevin Miner, Nat Maddox, and Lucia Seibert. and those that we remember from years past. Lawrence L. Aronson, Julius Abrams, Esther Kime Ackerman, Bernard Axelrod, Isidore Barron, Abe Bretler, Abe Brickman, Kenneth Harris, Helen Marcusfield Cohen, Pamela Friedman, Alexander Gluck, Julius S. Hines, Dorothy Hollingshead, Grace Jacobs, Jacob Jacobs, Edna Matthias Crone, Laura Lenhart, Leah Honig Levy, Renee Levy, Marilyn Mendeloff, Reuben Michaelis, Irving Nadler, Carol Puchette, Sidney Ribman, Dora H. Rosen, Marcus Russick, Yvonne Schuler, Edward F. Schwartz, Irving H. Schwartz, Herman Siegel, William Silver, Ann Simon, Irwin Doc Stein, Edward Stern, Morris Stone, William Dachis Yannick. Is there anyone else, any other name that people would like to say? Then let us all rise together and recite the Mourner's Kaddish on page 294. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, b'yalma divrei v'yimlich machutei, b'chayechon u'vyomechon, u'v'chayei dekol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kari v'imru, amen. Yehi shemei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lomei olmaya, yit barach v'yishtabach v'yit pa'ar v'yit romam v'yit naseh, v'yit hadar v'yit haleh v'yit halal shemei dekudesha barichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata, da'amiram bi'alma v'imru, amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. You may be seated.
Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru, amen.
Shabbat Shalom, I'm Scott Stevens. First off, I'd like to say thank you, Alan, thank you, Tina, and thank you, Ms. Spector. Very well done. First, I'd like to thank our Shabbat sponsors for the streaming, Bob and Jan Snow in memory of Edward Schwartz, Irene Oppenheimer in memory of Ralph Mellon and Marilyn Mendeloff, Randy Mansfield in memory of Dorothy Hollingshead, Brian and Valerie Gluck in memory of Alexander Gluck, Boris Kime and Fifi Heller Kime in memory of Esther Kime Ackerman, David and Susie Novick in memory of Irvin H. Schwartz, Lynn Crone in memory of Edna Matthias Crone. I'd like to thank our Kiddush sponsors, Stuart and Sherry Schwartz in memory of Edward Schwartz. Please join us online and in person for the following events. On Saturday at 9:30, join us via Zoom for Torah study. Also at 10:30 on Saturday, our Shabbat morning service. Looking ahead, the first day of religious school and brunch will take place Sunday morning here at Temple, August 8th at 9:30 a.m. All families of religious school-age children are enthusiastically welcome. You should be received You should have received your enrollment link via email. Please contact Iran Brown for more information. Do you have a mad talent, skill, or areas of expertise you would like to share? Temple's Menches and Meshuggahs is looking for presenters for this online program, which takes place the first Tuesday of each month. Please contact Noel Myers. Save the date, backed by popular demand. The Bible Players will be joining Temple for the August 13th through 15th weekend. Check your weekly email for more information or contact Noel Meyer. This event is made possible in part by a generous grant from the Jewish Federation of Greater El Paso. Join us on October 22nd through the 24th in the Sacramento Mountains, just outside of Cloudcroft, to reconnect and unplug on a weekend mountain retreat. Everyone is invited for a fun-filled weekend with our Mini Misty and Misty families. Space is limited, so please register early. More details can be found in Temple's weekly email. This event is made possible in part by a generous grant from the Jewish Community Foundation. To register if you have any questions, please call or email Noel Myers. Boy, Noel is pretty popular on this one, huh?
Yes.
You can find the Zoom login information in the weekly Temple email, as well as additional information about the many upcoming events. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.
I forgot to say when I was supposed to say it, but services are scheduled on Sunday for the funeral of James Keller. You all should have received an email in your inbox about that with information at the time and the Zoom information too. How lovely today is, or today will be, when the sun goes down. Shabbat Shalom. So we sing on the bottom of page 330, Maya Fe, oh wait, before that. Please join us in a Kiddush outside after services. And don't forget to return your prayer books to the rack at the back of the hall. Maya Fe Hayom.
We depend on the rabbi a lot for this. We haven't been doing services then.
Okay. Should I?
Thank you, Ellen. That went so smoothly. It really did. Great.